In order to have a Maestro cluster, apart from the orchestrators, we need at least 2 appliances to be considered a cluster. We've done that. Maestro can go up to 52 appliances, and as much as I would love to go on, I think that for our purposes, adding 1 would be enough. That's the beauty in Maestro. Adding and removing is just easy. In this video, we'll start by adding a 3rd member to our security group that currently has 2 older appliances. We have a brand new Quantum Force 9800 that we want to add to cover the rise in our network traffic, with the intention of phasing out our old appliances eventually and seamlessly passing on the baton to other appliances we have in stock. This Quantum Force 9800 has 2 ports of 100 gigabits per second, just like the other 2 appliances in this security group. Let's add it to our rack. We will be skipping showing the infrastructure connections, standard console for the first time configuration of the appliance, and of course power. You've been there and done that. To add this gateway to our existing security group, all we need to do is to connect 2 fiber cables, one from port 1 to port 19 of the first orchestrator, and port 2 of the new appliance to port 19 of the second orchestrator. If you watch the first segment of this series, you'll understand why. It is of course obvious that the other ports are occupied, but please watch the previous segment to understand port mapping and best practices. That's it. You have added another member to your security group. We talked about what is Maestro and how it is a leading clustering solution for all enterprises, as well as the most demanding networks. We unboxed an MHO175, the orchestrator, and installed it together with a second one in our rack to build our first active-active security group. If there's anything like a cliffhanger ending a video about leading clustering solution, this is it. We still have to power up and set up our Maestro security group. Not to mention what happens with our latest addition, the Quantum Force 9800, which is different to its 2 other group members, the Quantum 7000s. To give you a little preview of what's to come, the next thing that happens when you will power up your appliance is that it will be visible and available on the web UI, and from there, it's just a matter of dragging and dropping it to the desired security group. And once that is done, the SMO of that security group will clone all software updates, policies, and configurations. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We will see all of that in detail in our next episode of this series, in which we will go through the first use case of Maestro deployments, the software installation and security group definition. We'll also talk about Mixn'Match, Check Point's unique feature that allows using different appliance models in the same security group, which is exactly what we just did, and explain why it is important. So thank you for watching and stay tuned. Follow us on Check Point's technical marketing engineering team's YouTube channel, TechPoint Central, and look for the next installation of this series.